what's going on, guys? It's Boston Beast 31, and today I'm coming at you with a new video, and probably the last video for a while. I'll get into that more, but I can't edit my videos anymore. But sit back and enjoy Madden 24, and if you want me to do a franchise with this, please let me know, because I do have the 10-hour trial, and let me know which team you want me to rebuild and a video in the future. But yeah, like I said, this could be the very last video on the channel for a little bit. Yeah, so with all that said, let's hop right into week 1. The reigning Super Bowl champs Kansas City Chiefs take on their week 1 matchup against the Detroit Lions, and I will be using the Lions, and I'm playing on all Madden difficulty. And with all that said, long intro, Boston Beast 31 over with. Let's get on to the video.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs on Thursday night.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the defending champs, led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, a two-time winner now in Patrick Mahomes.
There's nothing the league's best quarterback didn't achieve last season. Super Bowl trophy? Check. MVP award? Check. League leader in yards and touchdowns? Check. How does he top the season he had last year? I don't know. But Patrick Mahomes, he usually finds a way.
23 yards, the final tally.
Play action here on the first play for the scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they picked up a quick first down.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. Down inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 40 yards. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. In season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
Rumors of Goff's demise? Greatly exaggerated, it seems. Boy, what a big year he had last year. 29 touchdowns. It led the Lions to their first winning season since 2017. Under his leadership, the Lions expect to make the playoffs for the first time in a few seasons.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the 50, it's Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Play action. It's Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw is Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. That'll give him 8 that time. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, Goff to the sidelines, and Detroit has Riley Patterson out there for the field goal. Patterson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening. Still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. That'll be caught by James. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Romeo Okwara in on the tackle. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Again, it's Pacheco. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one for Patrick Mahomes as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On 1st and 10, Hooker flushed out right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Throwing on 1st down. Hooker, 20. 36 yards on the play.
So often we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit, and they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there...
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Boy, they're down only one score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And they have a 1st down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now. A good pickup there at 22. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Throwing to start the drive. Hooker. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hooker. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. He's on his way across midfield. And finally wrestled down at the 11. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Slant pass. He's got Reynolds. Touchdown! Josh Reynolds. As the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught at the 5. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Off the play fake. Hooker. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking,
and got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
To throw on second down, Hooker. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
To throw on third down, Hooker. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now here's Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing now is Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Hooker. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Pacheco once again. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Hey, 43, 15.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
19 tight. Set.
On 1st down, Hooker. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reynolds. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Lions on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. It would have been a long field goal, but fake doesn't work out, and the Lions will take over. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
To throw again. Hooker. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibbs. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Back to throw. Hooker. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Off play action. Hooker. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Down inside the 40. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.